Sometimes I give myself the creeps. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid?
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Denver Broncos. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw right away. A short throw to Ingram. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. If you look at this Cowboy defense, right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
To throw, here's Nix. Gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. The Broncos at 3-4 on the year coming into play. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Here's Nix. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Captain.
Nix to throw again. He'll get that complete to Franklin. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On 1st down, back to Harvey. And he is going to lose yardage here. A officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Nix to the air. Now he'll take this and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. And that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Now it's Nix. That's to the running back, R.J. Harvey. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15.
It's 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Dragon 60, 2, 18, 70, Timberwolf. 19, Lions.
Lamb in motion left. Now Milton. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Trap 60, trap 60. Here we go, cut right there. Panther 11, Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Here's Milton now to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 54 yards.
First down. 1st and goal, Dallas.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Got it, ready? Tag! Bronco 80.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. That is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Almost done. Ready. My name is Captain. Bombers.
Nix from the shotgun. That's taken in by Franklin. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That's good.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down on the play by Deron Bland. You don't see that a ton, do you, with a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle?
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. He sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Almost done. Away. Ready.
To throw is Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. And he will have the Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Throwing Nix. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun is Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Milton. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 37.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. If you look at this Bronco defense, they're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A nice game there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
An ill-advised throw down, it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Hold on a sec. Ready. Olay, olay, olay. Captain, 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 captain.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Here we go. Set.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Again, it's Harvey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
You look at this Cowboy defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Try to run for it. Here's Harvey.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
The Broncos at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready. Ready. Bombers, bombers, bombers. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
19, 18, 5 years.
Milton. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Milton. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. Still going inside the 20.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, 75 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Cowboys 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
60 Maverick.
To throw is Milton. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Milton. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Milton.
He's got this to Pickens.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
George Pickens,
36 yards.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Aubrey Good with a PAT.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First down.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Bombers.
To throw, here's Nix.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Broncos have taken the lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Cowboys 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10.
In motion, that's Tolbert.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton.
Left side to Lamb.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Lamb will go in motion.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going for the deep ball.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Over set. Ready. 180. Return. Chill. Bombers. Olay.
Here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey, 29 yards. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Milton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Milton. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw again. It's caught. Tolbert. And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. Third and 20.
Cowboy 80. 70 Rangers. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now Milton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Joe, ready. My name is Hudson. Olay, olay, olay.
Nix to the air. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Adam Troutman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos continue to pull away here this first half. Lutz with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And he returns this to the 22.
Boys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
1 second, all that remains.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Here we go, here we go. 19, that's it, cut 19, cut 19. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's Milton now to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the 35-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. 18. Pioneer. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready, ready?
2nd and 3. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by John A. Barron. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But a throw with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
2nd and 10. Now it's Nix.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Oh, my son. George. Ready. Olay.
To throw is Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 14 yards.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, the Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
11 more on that one, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Oh, my son. Ready. 180. Return.
Throwing Nix.
Got him, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a yard.
Oh, my son. Away. Ready. Captain. Bombers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here we go, here we go. Come back, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Finding Pickens for another catch.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 7th and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing is Milton. The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Let's go. 70 range, 70 range.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
Back to throw again. Then drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
Milton. Got an open man. It's Pickens. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
In motion, the tight end.
In motion, that's Tolbert. Here's Milton. Fires a slant, complete to Tolbert.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Come on, come on. 7 Pirates, 71.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
79 Bronx Cougar 19.
To throw is Milton.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
70 Ranger. Panther and left, Dragon 60.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb
from 8 yards out.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Oh, my son! Ready!
To throw, here's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Nix from the shotgun. He's across midfield.
And down to the 27-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Joe. Oh, my son! Olay!
Nick's going to give to Hardy.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Ready. Captain. Olay, olay, olay.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And able to get this out to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Milton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Milton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. Locking 18. Trap 60.
Off the play fake. Milton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Taken in at the 11. And he's out right at the 25.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. In the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we were going to start bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening. And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Ready. Huddle.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the 13-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Second down and 8.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me holding out on faith. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go.
Nobody, and I don't care about the rest. You're mine. Nobody, and all it's taking all this time. You're mine.
Tell me you love me, but no one above me, even when it's ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve is. Miss me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could see in the shade. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just like a writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem. Gone.
Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road.